Alright guys, Gemini, back with another video, and I was kind of having fun busting out some old tapes. It had been a while since I busted out some old tapes and just had fun with it. And I know I probably have made these videos in the past, probably like 2 or 3 times. And you know, there's always a critic, you know, for every 100 comments. There's always going to be that one negative comment. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if they're retread videos or not. You know, this is a 2017 version, so it's an updated. Is Jem washed up? Are all his tricks washed up? Yeah, probably. You know, could Jem think of anything else to do on YouTube? No. We saw how well the fake turd video went over in the fake death video, so maybe it is better to do retread videos. But in all seriousness, I had another fun one. We got out Jake the Snake today. Very cool. This is the old school Coliseum video. I've told you guys this before, that I remember renting this one as a kid and seeing this one in the movie sections when you used to go grocery shopping, and they would have an entire movie section in the grocery store. You'd be standing in line with your mom, just begging her to, Mom, I want to get some wrestling tapes for the weekend. And Jake the Snake, Robert's Coliseum video, was always one of the tapes that you wanted to rent as a kid. You know, not only did it look cool, but these Coliseum videos did such an excellent job on the way that they would put the wrestlers over, and this is a cool deal, you know. And if I met Jake today, I'd have him sign like right on the front. For my buddy Miguel, I'd take the slip out and have him sign underneath the slip, because when me and Miguel were in San Jose last year, I was having all the wrestlers just sign on top of the plastic, and Miguel's like, dude, they gotta sign underneath the plastic. So I had to go back and redo Eric Bischoff a second time. Same thing with Bobby Heenan. I had to pull the slip out, and I'm like, Miguel, you got me in this mess, now get me out of it and put the slip back in. So Miguel knew how to do it. He was like the master of autographs, and I was kind of new to WrestleCon, so thank you, Miguel, for that if you're watching. Alright, very cool on the front. Let's see. Jake the Snake, his deadly enemies, Kamala, the Ugandan giant. Kamala's always one of my favorites. He always has been. The walking condominium, not walking condom, King Kong Bundy, and then you got the Honky Tonk Man. Now it's interesting, him and the Honky Tonk Man, they didn't get along too good, because according to Jake, you know, Honky Tonk Man had the wrong guitar when he blasted him on the snake pit, and that's what led to all his neck problems. But you know, Honky has a different version. I mean, there's 3 sides to a story. There's your story, your side, my side, and the truth. So everyone's got a different version of what happened. Kind of cool if you look right on the back. I don't know if you can see that, but it says $59. So at one time, this tape was being sold for $60. And this is I mean, back then, I mean, videotapes were new. You know, when this came out like 86, 87, I mean, videotapes were new. If you look at the WrestleMania 4 box, it's like $59.95 or something. I mean, back then, $60 was a fortune. That's why we all rented and made dubs. Oops. The entire history of the feud between Jake and arch rival, the Honky Tonk Man. It's Jake's powerful DDT versus the Honky Tonk Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Awesome. Kamal, the Ugandan giant, tries to neutralize Jake's deadly DDT with his own off the top rope splash. The massive might of King Kong Bundy and his human avalanche are matched against the craft and strength of the Snake. Mean Gene Okerlund and Coliseum Video's camera crews capture an exclusive feature that takes you behind the scenes to see Jake's raises venomous pets. Mean Gene finds out more about Damien than he ever wanted to know, plus more fearsome matches with Jake the Snake Roberts. Awesome, epic. If you remember when Jake came in, like what, 86? I believe he was in Georgia Championship Wrestling before that, but when he came in at 86, he was a heel. So, you know, at the end of the match, you know, he would throw the python after the DDT, he'd throw the python on the good guy, and the crowd was like thinking that was like this most heinous move. But eventually throwing the snake after he knocked a guy out became a huge thing with the crowd, and he would get a huge pop. And actually, my first live wrestling show that I ever saw was in 1987. I'll never forget it. And the main event that night was, this was the first live wrestling show I'd ever been to, 7 years old. And the main event that night was Jake the Snake Roberts versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, like late '87, because DiBiase had just come in, and it was a really, really good match. I just have memories of it from when I was a little kid, and I remember Jake, he DDT'd $1 Million Man, and then he DDT'd Virgil, and then he put the snake on top of both of them. He had them both completely covered with the python. And then when he got the python out of the bag, you could hear everybody in that arena that day just going, "Oh my God," and "Oh my God." It was one of the coolest things I ever saw. I mean, I was just a little kid, but still to this day, that's the impact that Jake the Snake made on me, you know, as a kid, that I saw him DDT the $1 Million Man. And I mean, after that, I was a lifelong wrestling fan. So just a little insight that Jake headlined the first wrestling show I ever went to live. Very good tape. Let me show you the inside here real quick. Still in pretty good shape too. Oh well, maybe not so good shape, but very cool tape. Hope you enjoy this video. Look back. I know it's like a retread, but some good stuff behind it. I'm trying here, guys. Thank you.